Well, I've called so many matches, or been a part of so many matches, to put it that way. In my career, and when people ask me, "Is that the greatest match you've ever been a part of?" I would say yes, it is, and that's kind of a difficult statement to make because I don't recall every match I've done, obviously, because I've done so many. I've done a lot of great matches. Many match. The thing of it is, Conrad, is most of the matches that I remember doing are the bad ones
Mm.
and the ones that have had issues, like, for instance, Sting and Hogan in Starrcade '97. That sticks in my memory because of the fucked up finish. But as far as guys being able to perform and drama and fans being a part of it, I would say Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay was the best match I've ever been a part of.
Wow.
Now I can also go back to Revolution in 2020 or 2020, right before the pandemic, when Omega and Hangman faced the Young Bucks. That was another one of the greatest matches. Uh, People ask me what's my favorite match to call. It's still Hogan and Bossman from Madison Square Garden. It was a great match, but not because of the match so much as because it was my first time calling a big match at Madison Square Garden. So there's a lot of reasons this is one of the best matches ever. To me, Kenny Omega is one of the best performers I've ever been around in my life. And Will Ospreay, I've seen some of his matches, but not as many as a lot of people who've followed New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I have such a respect for both men, and I knew going in that this was going to be something. I knew going in this could be something special. I knew going in when I saw the card that Okada and Danielson deserved to be the main event, but that Okada and Omega would steal the show. I knew that was going to happen, and I think most people did too. I I do also want to say that being a part of an Okada match was one of those moments that you'll never forget, and being a part of any Brian Danielson match is a special, right? Especially when he worked the last part of that match with a broken arm.
It's unbelievable when you really think about it.
Yeah, and he put that stretch plum on, or whatever we call it, the bell lock on, with a broken hand, and he put this first hand in, and then he was doing this, and of course now we don't know if he's working or not, right? At
Right.
this time, and he does this, and he does this, and he forces his hand to lock under that much pain. It's a unforgettable moment. It really is for me. I'll remember that because I was right there seeing him take the second hand and hook him and stretch that label lock on. And then I've seen the X-rays and I know how bad the break is. It's not. It's a severe break.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
And I mean, listen, when you hear that injury and then you see that x-ray, you're like, oh, this is somehow worse than I expected.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
he
know.
powered through, man. He gutted it out. What a show. Go out of your way to see it on replay if you haven't already.